I would say if you can try to get some recent blood work, it's very helpful because, and most conventional medicine won't do insulin. And if you're looking for weight loss, get an
Fasting insulin.
insulin,
Yeah.
get a fasting insulin test because that's going to help us see if you do have insulin resistance or not, or where you are on that scale. Because the
Yeah.
glucose and the A1C, which help measure the glucose in your body, and the A1C is the last 3 months of your glucose levels in your body. But the fasting insulin will actually show more insulin resistance first before you will ever see it on your glucose and your A1C. So if you can get that, especially if you're looking for weight loss, it's very helpful because then it gives us the data to say, okay, what are we working with and how can we make it so that it goes faster and less maybe frustrating for you? But if you don't have it, we can still tweak things and work on things as well.
Great. Yeah, I just would say too, another thing about conventional medicine, I think like fasting insulin, if it's like 18, they still consider that normal. Where
Yeah.
functional medicine, most practitioners I've worked with want it to be like between 4 and 6, or at least
Yep.
at the very least lower than 8. And
Yep.
it's like they're like 18, you're still good. No, 18, you're diabetic. I
Yeah.
mean, you can
Yeah.
still reverse things, but you're
Yeah.
diabetic. You know?
And I think that's one of the things that people need to realize as well is that in the conventional side of things, the ranges are completely different and they're a lot higher. And I don't want to say that it's done on purpose necessarily, because I think the way that they find the ranges is that they take the average of the bigger group. But if the bigger group is not functioning optimally, then it's not going to give
Right.
you your optimal range. It's really looking at, okay, this is like a normal range because it's this big a group of people. But functional medicine really narrows it down. So, like, let's say the diabetic. So, if we're looking at an A1C level, they're looking at something like a 5 point, you don't want to go over a 5.4. That starts to get in the danger zone
Yeah.
because they want to stop it. But if you go for traditional medicine or conventional medicine, it's a lot higher. And so, I'll have people say, "Oh, well, I'm in normal." I'm like, "Look, you don't want to keep going that way. You really want to bring that down to this level." And one of the things I would also say is make your vitamin D levels. Vitamin D is very crucial.
Oh, yeah.
So making sure that your vitamin D levels, optimal range is at least between 60 and 80, but you want to be above 50. And a lot of people are below that. And that's why you have those immune issues. You'll have hormone issues and everything else. You want to get that up because that vitamin D acts as a hormone in your body. So definitely want to make
Yeah.
sure that's a good level.
I know for myself, like many years ago, before I started this journey, it was really low. And now I
Yep.
think I'm like 68 or something. Last time it was checked.
Awesome. Yeah,
It's so, so important though. Oh my gosh.
it
Well,
is.
Jen, I'm going to put all the information in the show notes. I want to thank you so much for
Oh,
joining me today. Is there anything else you want to share that maybe we didn't discuss before we end today?
I would say probably to anybody out there that if you do have diagnosis or anything like that, that doesn't define who you are. You define who you are. And just because you have something and somebody says you're going to need medications, likelihood is that you don't. They told me I'd be on medications the rest of my life. And I got off all of my medications within 9 months. And I haven't been on them since. And I haven't had a flare in 5 years because I took control of my health and was able to change lifestyle habits so that I don't need that anymore. And if I can do it, a candy girl who's addicted to sugar her whole life, you can certainly make the changes. I'm not saying it's easy because it's decades of work of habits, but it's worth it on the other side, and I speak from somebody who's changed it and loves it every single day.